everyone. Welcome to the Third Man Cricket Show. And finally, we are at the moment, at the foothill of the big tournament restarting again. Finally, it is the 19th of September, and we stand at a very exciting point here. So, we are in Dubai for the day, and it's Mumbai Indians taking on the Chennai Super Kings from the Dubai International Stadium. And alongside me, I have Sanmay as well as Abhinav. I mean, how are you guys? Mumbai Indians, Chennai Super Kings, restart of the IPL, 19th September, the whole build up, everything has come down to this. We stand here today. It cannot be better than this, in my opinion. What do you guys feel, Abhinav, Sanmay?
Yeah, very happy, very excited for the return of the Indian Premier League. Yeah, we've been waiting for this moment for quite some time now, and it has finally arrived. So yeah, ready to support our respective franchises. After supporting our country, we are now back to supporting in blue and in yellow for Sunrise. So it couldn't get any bigger than MI versus CSK kicking off again. So very, very, very happy.
Yes, rightly mentioned here. It's the IPL Classico, El Clasico between Mumbai Indians and Chennai Super Kings. And Abhinav, we can clearly see your support with, you're all in blue today. Yes, that's how we support the Mumbai Indians. Sanmay, coming to you, how are you feeling? It cannot get bigger than this.
Yeah, of course, it cannot get bigger than this. It's the El Clasico of the IPL. These two teams share a great rivalry on the field, and IPL restart करने के लिए ये मैच तो सबसे बेस्ट तरीका है. It's like दिवाली फॉर आईपीएल. आईपीएल वैसे भी एक फेस्टिव सीजन है हमारे लिए, एंड ये रीस्टार्ट इस मैच से हो रहा है तो फिर बहुत ही अच्छा है. एंड अभिनव तो वैसे भी आईपीएल ब्रेक होने के बाद भी ब्लू में था, अभी भी ब्लू में ही है. आई हैव चेंज्ड माय कलर्स टू येलो. So really excited because the way CSK is going, it's really well. They're at the second position, and it's time for redemption. What happened in the first leg, it's time for redemption now.
So while you said that it's time for redemption, Abhinav का चेहरा बदल गया and he was like ये नहीं होने वाला. So Abhinav,
बहुत ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट है संजय, बहुत ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट है अपनी टीम के साथ.
Please enlighten us with your special comments, Abhinav. जो संजय ने बोला, जो तेको नहीं लगता.
I don't agree with him at all. I know we are going to beat CSK quite convincingly tonight, and you can clip this and we'll play it after the game as well. Recollecting my comments मैंने क्या बोला था pre-match show पे, and yeah, I'm very very relaxed कि पहले डर लगता था CSK से थोड़ा, यार CSK के साथ मैच है, CSK के साथ मैच है. अभी नहीं लगता. अभी ऐसा है कि चल CSK तो है. अभी डर लगता था राजस्थान से.
डर इधर ट्रांसफर हो गया. इधर ट्रांसफर हो गया है. अभी मानना पड़ेगा, थोड़ा डर रहता है हर वक्त कि CSK और एमआई है. एमआई ऑफ लेटली बहुत डोमिनेट किया है CSK को, बट फिर भी यू कांट कीप द तला एंड हिज आर्मी ऑफ फील्ड. ये वी ऑल नो.
मेरे को एक चीज समझ में नहीं आ रही अभिनव, CSK फैंस को आजकल हो क्या गया है. दैट डे निखिल वाज ऑन द शो.
मतलब अभी आजकल लग रहा है सबको एमआई को सपोर्ट करना है. बोला हाँ आ जाओ.
सपोर्ट नहीं कर रहे,
मतलब सब लोग
तो कर ही दे रहे.
सब लोग एकदम एक्सेप्टेंस मोड में चले गए कि हाँ भाई एमआई से डर लगता है भाई. नो वन.
और हेड टू हेड रिकॉर्ड भी है अभी. मतलब हेड टू हेड रिकॉर्ड इफ यू सी इट्स 19-12, और आई गेस 3-4 इयर्स पहले तक दिस वाज क्वाइट इवन. एक या दो ऊपर नीचे होगा, बट अभी इट्स लाइक कि मुंबई आर गोइंग अवे. I mean, they're taking that into their own hands. कि अभी यार हमें फर्क नहीं पड़ता कोई भी टीम आए. We just want to beat every team, and if we win tonight, it's quite possible that we solidify our place in the top 4.
Yes. I was just going to come to that. Mumbai Indians stand 4th in the points table with 8 points in their bag, and Chennai Super Kings, on the other hand, are 2 levels up with 10 points. So Delhi Capitals leading the board with 12, but the two teams that are going to battle today, CSK and MI, are 2nd and 4th in the points table. So what do you guys think will be the excitement as well as the atmosphere in the dressing room? Because none of the two captains are young. Both of them are experienced, and experienced as hell, if I would say, MS Dhoni and Rohit Sharma. So what do you think will be the atmosphere in the dressing rooms today? Abhinav, then Sanmay.
I mean, I saw both the videos which the team uploaded on various social media handles, and they were quite ready for the game. I recently saw, I guess a couple of hours back, Mumbai uploading a video जहाँ पे उन्होंने पूछा कि what does playing CSK mean to them. So it was like कि first word was कि rivalry, competition, one of the best teams, and both the teams had similar opinions regarding each other. So they even I guess put up the videos of the Chennai Super Kings players as well on the Mumbai Indians handle. So that shows the respect which the two teams have for each other. So I think it's going to be a great game. We can expect a cracker in Dubai tonight.
Yes, certainly. Two teams respecting each other is the best for cricket overall, not just the IPL. But Sanmay, your views on how will the dressing room atmosphere be? I mean, not much of a worry around with you being second in the table, as well as the man himself being in the leader of your side being such a cool head. I mean, even if you would have been sixth or seventh in the table, the atmosphere would have been pretty same. I mean, do you agree to that?
Yeah, I mean, MS himself is a cool and calm man. He keeps everything relaxed, so players put the pressure रहता नहीं है. And just the way we are positioned in this points table, we are pretty much in a comfortable position because our net run rate भी बहुत अच्छा है. It's the best superior net run rate plus 1.263 है. So we are comfortable, but of course when it comes to MICS, there will be a little bit of excitement because ये राइवलरी इतना अच्छा रहा है, तो वो एक मैच के लिए एक्साइटमेंट बहुत रहेगा. बट ओवरऑल सीएसके कैंप विल बी मच मोर रिलैक्स्ड बिकॉज दे वुड हैव फॉरगॉटन, दे मस्ट फॉरगेट क्योंकि लास्ट ईयर उनका बहुत बकवास गया था. बट एज कंपेयर टू लास्ट ईयर सीएसके में एक अच्छा खासा ट्रांजिशन फेस है वेयर दे हैव वर्कड ऑन देयर प्लान्स एंड वी लुक बिट मोर कंफर्टेबल दिस ईयर.
सनमय प्रॉब्लम ये कि तू बोल रहा है कि हाँ वो पिछले साल का भूल गए, बट वो पिछले फेज का भूलेगा जो पोलार्ड ने किया था उनके साथ. That's more important.
नहीं पड़ेगा. Every match is a fresh match अभिनव. हर एक मैच एक फ्रेश मैच रहता है.
मतलब काफी टाइम से बोलते हैं
सीएसके प्लेयर्स भूल गए रहेंगे, फैंस का पता नहीं मेरे को.
सनमय हर एक मैच अलग रहता है. ये स्टेटमेंट अगर पोलार्ड की जगह अगर धोनी ने वो मैच फिनिश किया होता तो वुड दैट स्टेटमेंट बी द सेम टुडे? आई मीन जस्ट द क्वेश्चन एज अ होस्ट. आई डोंट नो, आई हैव अ डाउट.
हमारी तरफ से नहीं रहता, तुम लोग के मुंबई की तरफ से रहता ऑफ कोर्स कि हर एक मैच डिफरेंट रहता है, न्यू मैच रहता है. मुंबई की तरफ से डिफरेंट रहता है. बट मैं एक चीज मान चुका हूँ, पोलार्ड को पता नहीं येलो देखे क्या ट्रिगर होता है. ही जस्ट प्लेज अ फैंटास्टिक इनिंग्स. एवरीवन व्हेनेवर ही सेज येलो, बट आज खामोश करेंगे पोलार्ड.
ओके,
ये कॉन्फिडेंस अभी मैच के पहले है, देखते हैं पोस्ट मैच में संडे का कितना वो खुलता है.
बिकॉज़ एक फैक्ट है, मुंबई स्लो स्टार्टर्स है.
बट स्टार्ट तो हो चुका है 3 महीने पहले.
स्टार्ट हो चुका है बट रिज्यूम हो रहा है, तो अभी भी स्लो ही रहेगा. देखना हारेगा मुंबई आज.
Okay, that's good confidence to start with. Let's see. You can see on the face of Abhinav that तुमसे ना हो पाई, मेरे को already दिख रहा है उसके face पे expression जो है. But Sanmay, coming to your team, I mean Faf du Plessis is available for the selection, so that is really good news. But Sam Curran misses today because of being in quarantine, and there is a news that Dwayne Bravo is also going to miss this match because of a niggle, because of an injury. So your first thoughts on these news?
Yeah, of course. It's good. It's a good news that Faf is fit enough and raring to go because that keeps our batting steady. हमारा batting combination सब वैसे का वैसे रहता है. The Sam Curran we will miss. Of course, we will miss him and DJ Bravo also because these two are champion players. These two are champion players and Sam पिछले दो सीजन से अच्छा खेल रहा है सीएसके के लिए. And whereas DJ 500 T20 matches खेल भी चुका है, and he will be a big miss for us. But I guess we would have some contingent plans ready for for these two players missing.
Yes.
It's a nice point which Sanmay mentioned. Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to add that it's a nice point which Sanmay mentioned about Sam Curran. I think one player which I am worried about tonight is Sam Curran, if he plays, or Moeen Ali. Both these players are. I just think CSK is not using Moeen Ali properly. He could be used much better at the top of. I feel कि Moeen Ali को open करना चाहिए with Faf du Plessis, coming in the middle order because he gives us stability. I saw him batting in the CPL as well in the middle order. So I think Faf को नीचे आके Moeen अगर ऊपर because he can utilize the power play much better than Faf du Plessis or Ruturaj Gaikwad. So I think if CSK can do this, I don't think कि वो गलत decision होगा.
Right, and Abhinav, for you, there's an interesting question from Arjun Menon here that will the inform Adam Milne get a chance because the Mumbai pace attack already has the likes of Trent Bolt as well as Jasprit Bumrah, which are not going to sit out in any phase. So, do you think that the inform Adam Milne will get a chance? A question by Arjun.
He may get a chance because he did pretty well in the 100. I think he got a lot of wickets there, and he was among the top wicket takers of the tournament. So apart from that, I think if Adam Milne doesn't, I don't see Adam Milne playing tonight, but I do see Jayant Yadav playing and Mumbai going in with three overseas players
Well,
because
that
of
was
the
just what.
left-handers.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
because of the left-handers which CSK have, that's Jadeja, there's Karan, there's Moeen Ali. So I think कि रोहित के दिमाग में वो thinking होगा, and I guess कि पिछला जो मैच था कोटला पे उसमें शायद जयंत यादव खेले थे. शायद I don't
Yes,
remember, but I
yes.
think he played. So I can see Rohit going in with Jayant once again. So I won't be surprised if Mumbai go in with Bolt, Kyron and Quinton as the three overseas, and Jayant Yadav adding that extra four, because we know if Jayant Yadav is playing, he's going to bowl with the new ball.
Yes,
So
Jayant
rather than
Yadav is
Adam
like
Milne, I'm more seeing. Yeah.
Jayant Yadav, Mumbai Indians के लिए, I mean Jayant Yadav is like that हुकुम का इक्का. I mean they don't use him for every game, but when they use him, I think he's always performed whenever he's been in the 11. So he has been crucial in picking up those important wickets, most probably left-handers as well. But Sanmay, coming to you, Sam Curran not being there because of quarantine is maybe a big blow to Chennai. But do you think that Josh Hazelwood replacing him would make the position of a fast bowler fill?
Yeah, of course, because we all know Josh Hazelwood एक अच्छा bowler है, and he last year he played 2 or 3 games in UAE and he impressed us all really well. And I feel CSK requires a bowler who bowls 140 plus. They don't have a bowler particularly apart from Shardul. And Josh Hazelwood he bowls a consistent line and length, the nicking line and length where we want. So he will be great addition, and we have to accept CSK's death bowling boost. They are really bad. We should accept that they are not good at death. They always go for runs. So we want somebody who can complement someone like Sam Curran, because if we want a good death bowler and I see Josh Hazelwood is a good replacement for Sam Curran with ball.
All right, Shashank Sharma mentioning here that CSK जीतेगा. I mean, he himself is a super royal, but I don't know what's happening to all those,
Rajasthan
super
fans
royal.
can't see any team winning. मतलब मुंबई इंडियंस हो या
Yeah,
कोई भी हो, उनको फर्क नहीं.
yeah, exactly. Very interesting point by Ankit here. That thoughts on the comeback of fans, because there's a news that 60% of the stadiums are going to be filled by fans. So cricket is indeed going to be back. There are not going to be those noises made by speakers. वो audience का जो आवाज होता है, the thing that they were doing in
Yeah.
India. But 60% of the crowd is going to be back cheering for their respective teams in the stadium. So a word on that, both of you.
Yeah, very, very excited for the fans coming back, because it's a totally different game when fans are back in the stadium. I mean, with crowd noises, through DJs and all, players के ऊपर इतना pressure नहीं होता. But if you have crowd, behind you, there's that pressure कि मेरे को अभी गलती नहीं करनी है because पीछे crowd है. और मेरी crowd है, ऐसा नहीं कि कोई opposite team की crowd है. मेरे fans मेरे पीछे बैठे, so I don't want to let them down. So players के लिए भी अच्छा है, and we'll see that changes the complexion of the game as well, with fans coming back into the stadium. And we've seen this is the best example. We saw this in football as well. Last year we didn't have any fans in the stadium, and now we have seen fans getting back into the stadium. So we have seen the differences what crowd can make. So yeah, very happy with the crowd coming back. We'll see a competitive game tonight. I guess he froze. Amog.
Yeah, but I totally agree with you, Abhinav. That fans, the comeback of fans is great, because finally वो Star Sports का crowd music चला जाएगा, which was a bit
मतलब
irritating.
बहुत जरूरी है यार, मतलब fans का
बहुत irritating था. As we saw in football also, and in cricket also during the England-India series, how the fans changed the atmosphere all over the ground, and that pushed the players to go for that win, just to silence the crowd behind them. मतलब
Right.
बेसिकली बहुत मजा आएगा, और फैंस देखने में बहुत मजा आने वाला है.
एंड उससे ज्यादा मजा आएगा जब भी देखना पड़ेगा कि किसके फैन ज्यादा है, एमआई के फैन ज्यादा है या सीएसके के फैन ज्यादा है, बिकॉज दोनों टीम का लिटरली इक्वल क्राउड सपोर्ट है. ऐसा नहीं कि एक हो सकता है अगर 51-49 होगा, यस दैट्स एक्सेप्टेबल, बट ऐसा नहीं कि यार 70-30 सपोर्ट होगा क्राउड में किसी का, तो आई कांट सी दैट. सो विल सी अ क्राउड ऑफ ब्लू एंड येलो.
Yeah, it will be sea of blue and yellow, because we know both these franchises के पास बहुत सारे superstar players हैं, and they want to watch them play live in the stadium. And with this neutral ground, तो फिर और भी chances रहे कि 51% CSK, 49% Mumbai Indians fans
ना ना ना
रहेंगे.
ना 51-49 MI CSK के फेवर में है, बट नहीं. On a serious note, I think these are the two franchises in not only in Indian Premier League but in world franchise cricket that who have the biggest fan base across the globe. So I think yeah, it's going to be a great game. Yeah.
Hosting का rights
Yeah,
वापस
well,
उन्होंने
I'm
Amol को
just
देते हैं.
sorry,
Welcome back,
some
Amol.
network
Continue.
connection. Yes, thank you. अरे यार एक बार क्या गया, इन्होंने हैशटैग बना दिया यार सीधा, ये देख अमुक गायब. क्या बोलूं मैं इनको अभी.
वो ट्रेंडिंग
अमुक
होने
is
वाला
back,
अभी.
yeah, okay.
वो ट्रेंडिंग है.
हाँ, I mean क्या क्या बोलूं अभी. What was the discussion about? Can you just
It was just about we were talking
The
about
return of fans. I mean,
fans. And अभिनव भी accept किया कि 51% CSK fans रहेंगे. So it's a good head start.
ना ना मैंने एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया, मैंने बोला 51-49 मुंबई के फेवर में.
Yeah. On this note, I mean, let's just go with the predicted 11 of the third man cricket show. We have a predicted 11 set for both teams. So as you can see on the screen, Faf du Plessis, Ruturaj Gaikwad open for the Chennai Super Kings, and three left-handers: Moeen Ali, then Ravindra Jadeja, as well as Suresh Raina in the CSK squad. That's the reason we have not got Jayant Yadav in. So Quinton de Kock, Rohit Sharma to open, and this is the MI side that has been there for quite some time now, and we can see a very interesting inclusion in Adam Milne. So whatever Abhinav and myself we were suggesting that Jayant Yadav to be back in the 11 and just three foreign players. I mean that's not going to be the case according to the third man predicted 11. So your first thoughts, guys, on the predicted 11. What do you feel? Do you need that any changes are going to be there in the 11?
Yeah, I think going with the previous point I mentioned, with three left-handers in top seven, I think Rohit will go with Jayant, and Jayant also adds that batting depth to the middle order and the lower order. He can bat, he can score some crucial 15-20 runs when needed. So I think Jayant Yadav is an all-rounder. He's a pretty underrated player in my opinion. Jayant Yadav. We should not forget that he has a Test 100 against England that too. So I think Jayant Yadav can be replacing Adam Milne in that lineup. Apart from that, I don't see any other change. It's pretty settled lineup for him.
Yes, it's been a pretty settled lineup since some time now. Sanmay, coming to you, CSK, any changes that you would like to make in the predicted 11?
No, I am pretty much happy with the lineup the third man has predicted, because the pitch will be new and it will be good for pace bowlers. And I guess in the pitch we are playing today, the pace bowlers taken maximum wickets than in last year's
Yes.
IPL. So I feel we should go for four pacers. Because we already have two spinners in Jadeja and Moeen Ali. So Dhoni will have 6 bowling options. He always loved going with as many bowling options we have. And the batting also looks deep. We can bat till deeper chair. So we are going with a proper 6 bowlers and 9 batters option in this match. So it's a pretty much good line.
Well, just to add on,
I would like the CSK का बैटिंग लाइनअप. मेरे को CSK का प्रेडिक्टेड 11 काफी अच्छा लगा, बट लेट्स नॉट फॉरगेट कि इनके जो सीनियर प्लेयर्स हैं वो लोग काफी टाइम से खेले नहीं है, एंड विद द हीट इन दुबई आई थिंक दैट कुड बी अ कंसर्न एज वेल. सो yes, we have seen Surya Kumar Yadav and all playing in England and then adjusting to Dubai, but we should look at the age factor as well. Suresh Raina, Ambati Raidu, MS Dhoni, they have not played cricket for quite a long time now. So I think this could be a factor which could be in the favor of MI.
True. Sanmay, just another ad hoc question that I would like to ask you is that Moeen Ali has been taken to the stands, has been hit sometimes, not every time. But do you think that in place of him, Imran Tahir can be a good option, because he's just that frontline leg spinner that CSK have?
Yeah, we can, but I would still feel that Moeen should be in the 11, because वो एक batting stability लाके देगा हम लोग को, because the way he has played in the first half and the role he was given, that he has to just go and hit some balls into stands and come back. That was the role given to him, and he has performed it really well. उसका strike rate भी अच्छा खासा रहा है इस IPL में in the first phase of IPL. So I feel Imran Tahir, he is a great bowler, and he's a wheelie bowler also. But I can feel that he should come at later stages when the pitch slows down, where there be some turn in the pitch, so that we can bring our Parasakti Express that CSK has given him into the team. But for now, I will still feel Moeen Ali should be there in the team because the last match against MI that he played, he had the better economy rate. He had bowled 2 overs, 1 or 2 overs, and he had a economy rate of 3 or 4. So uska economy rate अच्छा भी रहा है, and with the bigger boundaries here, he can use his ball. He can bowl really well in these conditions.
Yes, bigger boundaries.
Yes,
Dubai.
yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, so Dubai International Stadium has actually
Finally,
the
Abhinav
biggest of
agrees.
boundaries.
No, I agree with the ground factor thing. Yes, the bigger boundaries will definitely help the spinners, not only for these two teams but the rest of the franchises as well. The bigger
Yes.
boundaries, we have seen कि कोटला पे और वानखेड़े में कितने सिक्सेस पड़े बेचारों को, तो I think it's their time now कि यार हमें थोड़े विकेट्स भी लेने दो. Yes, the players, the big hitters, they can clear these boundaries, but some of the other players who are clearing boundaries easily in Kotla and Wankhede, they'll find it tough. So I think that the bigger boundaries will play a crucial role in this phase.
Yes, and as you mentioned, the influence of Jayant Yadav, I think, will be a crucial factor with the ground dimensions being large. So, guys, I would just like to put you under the captain's hat and spinners, basically. So, how do they matter? How does their selection matter with the ground? Uh, uh, ground being big or small is what we're talking about right now. So, if the game is somewhere like Sharjah, this is not particularly related to this game, but overall the IPL. So, do you trust the bowler? Do you trust the skills of the bowler and say that even if the ground is small, I'm still going to back him to take wickets, or do you purely pick him on the basis of the ground dimensions?
That's a great question, Amog. I think I completely agree कि अगर ये मैच शारजा पे हो रहा होता तो we would have seen Mumbai Indians going in with an extra pacer. But since it's in
Exactly.
Dubai, I think Jayant Yadav and adding that extra spinner will definitely help. And we have seen कि क्या बोलते हैं कि मुंबई इंडियंस ने पिछले सीजन के फाइनल में जयंत यादव को खिलाया था. Jayant Yadav didn't play, I guess, in many games out of the 14 before that. So I think that shows that conditions matter a lot, and the opposition team composition also matters a lot. So yes, ground dimensions are a crucial factors in captains deciding their playing 11 and the spinners.
Yes, Sanmay, coming to you, what does MS Dhoni say?
Yeah, I totally agree with Abhinav there because last year we saw the CSK spinners, especially in Sharjah, they struggled really. They struggled, बहुत struggle किया because the dimensions were really small and एक batsman सिर्फ ऐसे ही सिर्फ उठाया थोड़ा power का and 6 गया था. Even Piyush Chawla and Ravindra Jadeja all went for runs. I remember that RR match we played against them and against Delhi also. But but I will add one more point that it also depends on what the pitch is. If the pitch is favoring the pacers more, I would really go for an extra pacer over a spinner because even though the dimensions of Dubai will be long, it will be beneficial for spinner. But if there is no assistance for spinner in the pitch, then चाहे दुबई हो या शारजा 6 हो जाएगा ही जाएगा. So I would prefer कि ground dimensions and the pitch both come into the counting before going कि कितना स्पिनर खेलने का.
और दुबई की पिच जनरली अच्छी रहती है, मतलब इट्स अ गुड क्रिकेट विकेट इन दुबई. दे यूजुअली ऑफर the equal amount of grass for spinners as well as the fast bowlers. So I think 170 180 तो minimum बनने चाहिए मेरे हिसाब से.
Yeah, Dubai का pitch अच्छा रहता है. I mean, even contest between bat and ball. There was a very interesting question by Ankit here that in the first half of IPL 2020, 23 matches out of 30 were won batting first. So that is a huge stat if 23 matches are being won batting first. So do you think that the pattern will continue this time as well?
No, not at all.
Yeah, because if you see a lot of 23 matches, maximum matches were played in Chennai. And we know the Chennai pitches deteriorates as the matches go ahead. वो और beneficial बनते हैं spins को because
but
how can we forget that
an important point here to be made that even if they were played in Chennai, there were some matches that were lost purely because of collapses in the batting order in the second inning. For example, SRH and RCB, if I'm not wrong. So Sunrisers
MIKKR also.
Yeah,
MIKKR also
have been in a fantastic position while chasing as well, but they have lost only because of their own mistakes. So that is why I asked this question that do you think that it's going to repeat in this season as well? There's obviously a change of location, but yeah, your opinions, you can continue.
If you see that Dubai में भी last year बहुत सारे matches batting first जीते हैं, but it all depends कि उस time पे the pitch and the weather conditions क्या है उस time पे decide करता है. I always feel that conditions matter a lot. because if you see, we thought that in Chennai we will get more the dew factor आएगा, but वो आया नहीं था. Surprisingly उतना dew factor आया नहीं था. The ball was gripping and turning. And we all know T20 में एक ओवर चाहिए था पूरा मैच चेंज करने के लिए. The matches you have said, that is I said MIKK and you said SRH RCB. If you watch that matches closely, one over it was completely changed and the chasing team was in pressure. But if you see in Dubai and all, you can trust, you can go for doubles and you can get those doubles ticking. You can keep that scoreboard ticking a lot and lot. The ball bat पे भी अच्छी तरह से आने वाला है. So it all depends कि conditions क्या है हमारे पास खेलने के लिए. If it's favoring that the dew will really set in after second innings, then the team in the toss might go for chasing. But it all depends कि हम लोग को क्या conditions मिल रहा है on the hand. It all depends on that.
यार ये comment क्या चल रहा है, रोहित शर्मा नहीं खेलेगा.
Yes, there are actually some talks of Rohit not being fully fit. He isn't wearing spikes and looks in what appears to be a fitness test of sorts. So we'll wait for the official word, is what we are saying. The sources, obviously, Crickbuzz has mentioned. But Abhinav, Jasprit Bumrah is playing his 100th match for Mumbai Indians today. So just a word on how fantastic his bowler has been. And another comment that I would like you to make is that I just got a notification saying Anmolpreet Singh is receiving his cap for the Mumbai Indians. So just a word on both these statements.
If Anmolpreet Singh is getting his cap, I can only see Rohit Sharma sitting out. And either of, I guess, Surya Kumar Yadav may open the innings if Rohit is out. And because Ishan Kishan or Quinton de Kock साथ में तो open नहीं करेंगे. So I think, yeah, it was very important for Rohit to be a part of this lineup. But yeah, if there are any fitness concerns, so we can't take any risk considering World Cup is just around the corner. So I think it's just a precautionary step. He's not yet back to full fitness. So I think, yeah, I mean, Rohit captain है अभी मतलब this also means that Pollard is the captain. So yeah, ठीक है चलो अभी. Coming to Bumrah, I think he's been a huge asset for MI over the past 4-5 years, and not only for MI, for India as well, and for Virat Kohli as well. So I think very very happy with his development, and we've seen everyone has seen Jasprit Bumrah's development. The first wicket he took, I guess that was Virat Kohli in
Yes.
20 right in Wankhede. So I think very happy with Jasprit Bumrah's development, and I want him to continue to, especially tonight, because ज्यादा बड़ा स्कोर नहीं दे सकते if you're bowling first. ज्यादा बड़ा स्कोर चेन्नई को नहीं दे सकते because Rohit is not a part of 11. So I think it's very important
Right.
if these two go tonight.
Right from when he started bowling and took the first wicket of Virat Kohli, as you mentioned, since then he's known for demolishing batting attacks of the opposition, whichever team he represents. But there was a very interesting statement from Kaustubh mentioned here that what if Anmolpreet Singh opens the innings alongside Quinton de Kock. So your thoughts on the same, Abhinav?
Yeah. That is a possibility because he opens for Punjab as well. So I think Anmolpreet Singh can open the innings, and in the training videos as well, we have seen Anmolpreet getting involved a lot during the net sessions. So I think that was a clear sign that he will be playing the first game at least. And I guess Mumbai have a couple of days rest as well now. So I think
Yes.
Rohit can be back to full fitness by then. So yeah, I think Anmol. That means that Quinton de Kock will need to act as a senior partner here and carry along the innings, because we can't see Quinton losing his wicket early in the power play. That will be a lot of pressure on this Mumbai Indians batting lineup if Rohit is absent.
Yes. Kaustubh is asking, am I fans be like, to CSK fans, आज खुश तो बहुत होंगे तुम. We have a CSK fan right here in front of us. So Sanmay, Rohit Sharma missing out today. It's still not official, but what are your views? First opinions on Rohit Sharma missing out?
It will be a huge impact on MI because कि वो एक अच्छा captain रहा है. He has won 5 championship trophy for Mumbai, and he has that impact on the team, because whenever there is a pressure situation, he knows that how to deal with it. He can he can bring down the pace of the game by just talking with the bowler कि field placement क्या करना है, changing वो सब करके he can slow down the pace of the game and bring the momentum back to MI. It will be a huge it can be a huge dent, but I'm really happy. as far as I'm wearing this yellow jersey, I'm really happy. But
yeah,
अंदर से चाहिए कि as far as yellow jersey मैं तब तक बस बहुत खुश हूँ. But I would really want Rohit to be fit because there is a World Cup coming after IPL. तो अंदर से तो इंडियन ही हूँ, बाहर से CSK हूँ.
Yes, बाहर से CSK वो तो दिख ही रहा है, with your yellow jersey. But very interesting, toss has been happened and CSK have won the toss and they will bat first, which means that CSK have opted indeed to put MI onto the field first and they will choose to defend whatever they'll post. So Sanmay, your first thoughts on whatever's on the decision that Thala has taken out there.
Yeah, it's a great decision taken by Thala because I feel it's the first match we are playing. Is resuming now only, and it will be another run chase for Pollard. I know, but
Yes.
in this pressure games and all, you would really want to keep a score on the board and try to defend. And CSK will know the conditions better than I feel MI because they have been here for past 1 month. तो उनको पता है कि what will be the conditions as far as the game progresses. And to feel settled also, I feel it's a great decision taken by Dhoni. He runs on the board and then just we can see that how to defend the target.
Yes, and Abhinav, coming towards you, it's already official that Anmolpreet Singh to make his debut for MI and Rohit misses out Pollard to lead the side. So your first thoughts on the toss as well as these changes that are made?
Yeah, whereas the captaincy is concerned, I think it was a pretty easy decision for the team management to give Pollard the captaincy. And yes, I don't mind bowling first on this wicket, because we haven't seen any game being played yet in this phase. This is the first game of this phase. So players get a chance to just settle and get used to the conditions, get on the field first. थोड़े भी अगर nerves होंगे, so that will be settled pretty easily when they step onto the field. And Dubai ka ground is a place where we have seen big scores getting chased down in the last IPL. So let's not forget the MI-RCB Super Over as well, where Ishan Kishan scored a brilliant 99. So I
99.
think, and also Pollard scoring 84 last time when Mumbai was chasing against CSK. So I don't think there's much harm in Mumbai losing the toss. So yeah, I'm happy if you're bowling first as well.
Yes, actually the Dubai International Stadium. Sanmay, go ahead.
One thing, Bravo is playing, so I guess he's fit enough. He's fit enough to bowl. So CSK might have taken the decision that we will go with our experienced player, the 500th, who has played 500 T20 matches and the current CPL champion, also the champion Bravo to play this match. And I guess, and with Josh is also playing, so our death bowling will look much more settled now. And I feel we can go for a target. And as far as what Pollard said in the toss was, he wasn't sure what to do, so he's happy to lose the toss. So I guess Mumbai was. So everything is even Steven as far as match is starting now.
Exactly, and the Dubai International Stadium has actually seen a lot of interesting games. Yes, Ahman stating that Hardik Pandya is also out, so we'll have to wait for the official playing 11 while someone types it out in the comments. But coming to the Dubai International Stadium, it has already seen some interesting games.
हम क्यों खेल रहे हैं यार ये मैच? अभी सब आउट होते जा रहे हैं, तो टीम कौन है फिर ये बताओ यार.
खेलेंगे. I mean, देख यार, मेरे को आज इधर होस्ट बना के बैठा हूँ मैं, तो अभी अंदर से तो किसे सपोर्ट करता हूँ तुम लोगों को मालूम है, बट I mean Abhinav, don't say that यार, अभी खेलेंगे. But
यार अभी बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है यार, स्पेशली हार्दिक पांड्या इन द मिडल ऑर्डर मैन. अभी because this also means कि पोलार्ड को अपनी बैटिंग कैसे करनी वो भी चेंज करना पड़ेगा. इट्स नॉट लाइक कि हार्दिक है पीछे, कृणाल है पीछे. इट्स लाइक कि अभी पोलार्ड को ऊपर आगे बैटिंग कर दे, कृणाल को ऊपर आना है.
Abhinav, do you see Pollard coming around like number 4 somewhere there?
अभी अब तो आना ही पड़ेगा ना भाई, अभी 2 आउट हो गए.
No, but I don't think so. I mean, five.
At number 5, I see Pollard coming in at number 5.
Yeah, because Surya Kumar Yadav and Ishan Kishan are there for the 3 and 4 slots, and it will be, it will be in between Krunal Pandya and Kieron Pollard. But Pollard is obviously the first choice for the number 5 slot. But coming back, guys, Dubai Cricket Stadium, Abhinav ne abhi mentioned kiya ki that match MI-RCB where Ishan Kishan got 99. There was also another game, if I'm not wrong, Mumbai and Punjab, where there were 2 super overs. So that was also in the same stadium. So इस स्टेडियम का बहुत अच्छा हिस्ट्री रहा है to give us very interesting games, and today's game it cannot get better or interesting to
And
say
with
the
crowd,
same.
plus the
Yes,
crowd
yes,
support.
yes, that too. Here we have Adam Milne, Bolt, Quinton de Kock, and Pollard being the four, foreigners for the Mumbai squad, Mumbai team for today. So
I am
coming
I'm,
back,
I'm very excited to know who's replacing Hardik Pandya. Is it Saurabh Tiwari?
exactly.
If anyone can confirm, that will be great.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for the official word on that. But coming to the toss again, guys, there was an interesting question by Kostub that if a captain's winning the toss and electing to bat first, it is indirectly indicating that there's no due, there's not going to be any due in the second inning, because कोई भी captain toss जीत के यार खुद के पैर पे कुल्हाड़ी तो नहीं मारेगा यार कि because you want your spinners to grip the ball, so you would not elect to bat if there's going to be due. So is that an indication that MS Dhoni saying that there's not going to be any due and we are going to be good with our spinners to defend whatever we set? Abhinav, yes.
Yeah. Just remember the last game which MI played here is the final of 2020, and
Yes.
there we bowled first as well. And we got Marcus Stoinis out of the first delivery, Bolt coming streaming and just bowling around the Goodland area, but that took off from the pitch. So I think we pitch किसी कि ये पिच पे ज्यादा गेम्स हुए नहीं है, दैट्स द रीजन कि बॉलिंग फर्स्ट इज नॉट अ बैड चॉइस इन द ओपनिंग गेम्स. यस, एक दो गेम हो जाए उसके बाद पता चल जाएगा कि पिच का आइडिया हो जाएगी कैसे विकेट है. हर स्टेडियम की बात कर रहा हूँ, कैसे विकेट है समझ में आ जाएगा. उसके बाद देन we'll get to know. I have a better idea कि बैटिंग करनी चाहिए बॉलिंग करनी चाहिए. But in the first game itself, I think it is better to bowl first in my opinion, with Bumrah and Trent using the new ball.
Yes. Sanmay, coming to you, I mean, MS winning the toss, batting first. So, I mean, you do trust your captain, right? That there's going to be no due. I mean, all the CSK fans do trust the man. So, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I completely trust Dhoni, and if he has said that there is no due coming after in the later stages of the match, so there will be no due, and see the Jaddu and Moeen Ali can bowl really well. But as far as I am concerned, whether we play bat first or second, it doesn't matter as far as the first match on the pitch. Because first match खेलते तो we don't know what the pitch will behave, how the pitch is. सो कैप्टन्स को कैसे भी करके कोई भी टॉस जीते उनको एक ना एक तो कुछ लेना ही पड़ता था. या तो जी बैटिंग बोले तो नहीं बोलते ना कि देखते गेम खेल के देखते फिर क्या लेने का है. दे हैव टू टेक अ डिसीजन. सो CSK might have thought that let's bat first and see, and let's see what happens in the match.
Yes, Abhinav, there is an official word on whatever you stated. Saurabh Tiwari is making his way into the 11. So there are now concerns about who will take that number 5 slot with Saurabh Tiwari being there. So I think it will be situational more than, going in with a decided batting order. So do you have to say anything on that Saurabh Tiwari?
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree with you. Based on the situation, say for example, we need quick runs, then Kieron Pollard and Krunal Pandya will bat ahead of Saurabh Tiwari. And say for example, we lose a quick couple of wickets up front, then Saurabh Tiwari will definitely come in early to handle, stabilize the innings. So I think that's Saurabh Tiwari was the only choice I could see replacing Hardik Pandya. So, and it's not like he hasn't played much for MI. Last IPL maybe he got I guess a couple of chances where he scored 40 or 50 against a good team. So I think yeah, Saurabh Tiwari is not a bad choice for if I'm hoping that कि एक ही गेम के लिए बाहर है दोनों नेक्स्ट गेम, बिकॉज अभी हर टीम अच्छे पोजीशन पे आ सकती है इफ दे गेट अ कपल ऑफ विन्स अंडर देयर बेल्ट. तो आई थिंक ये गेम बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, स्पेशली फॉर एमआई. सीएसके इज 10 have 10 points, but MI के पास खाली 8 है, and the net run rate of CSK is pretty high as well. So I think this game is very important for MI.
Right. Just a quick question before we go towards the predictions. Starting with you, Sanmay. World Cup squads have been declared for every international side, and most of the players, I mean, they are distributed in every IPL franchise. So Rohit is resting today with a niggle, and my question is that do you think that the IPL franchises are going to be very, very careful in utilizing international players, especially players who are the main players of international sides like Rohit Sharma? So do you think that workload management is going to be a very, very important key factor in this remainder 7 games and also the playoffs? A quick word on that.
Yeah, it will be really important because franchisee cricket is different because we want them set for IPL, set for World Cup. Sorry, because the all eyes will be those on those 15, 18 players who are in the World Cup squad उन पे नजर रहने ही वाली है, वो लोग कैसे खेल रहे कैसे नहीं खेल रहे, एंड बिकॉज देयर इज स्टिल वो एक लास्ट डेट बचा है बिफोर आवर कंफर्म स्क्वाड, तो वी डोंट वांट एनी इंजरीज हैपनिंग टू एटलीस्ट दोस 18 प्लेयर्स हु आर सेलेक्टेड. सो आई वोंट माइंड इफ द फ्रेंचाइजीज डिसाइड दैट कि चलो अभी हम कंफर्टेबल पोजीशन पे, वी कैन रेस्ट आवर मेन प्लेयर्स. I might see that once MI or CSK get into that comfortable position, they might rest their World Cup players before the playoffs also,
Yes,
because
that's
we
very
want
much
them fit.
possible. That's very
यार
much
ये
possible.
सीएसके की मैंने सीएसके की लाइनअप देखी यार, दे बैट टिल नंबर 10 मैन. दे बोल्ड टिल नंबर 10, दे बैट टिल नंबर 10 मतलब.
Yeah, that's always been the case, but उसका एडवांटेज हम लोग को इंडिया इंग्लैंड सीरीज में भी हुआ है, माइंड यू. शार्दुल ठाकुर played a brilliant knock which won us the game.
हाँ
So
तो बट अभी
उसके बारे
सीएसके के
में
लिए खेल रहा है ना, वही प्रॉब्लम है.
या तो उसके बारे में अभी हम कुछ कर नहीं सकते यार. आई मीन अभी ब्लू जर्सी तो उसको पहनने को बोल नहीं सकते, बट
Maybe next year we can see Shardul Thakur in MI colors.
Yeah.
Maybe next year we can
Sanmay.
see Surya Kumar Yadav in CSK colors.
No,
वो तो रिटेन होगा भाई.
ये तो कोई चांस ही नहीं. मैं डंके की चोट पे बोल सकता हूँ सूर्य कुमार यादव नेक्स्ट ईयर मुंबई रिटेन
पंड्या
करेगा.
ब्रदर्स, कोई तो एक पंड्या भाई दे दो हम लोग को.
हाँ, एक ले लो चले.
See, I know one thing about I know one thing about Abhinav, that Surya Kumar Yadav and Rahul Chahar are never going out of Mumbai Indians. ये तू लिख के ले ले. अभिनव के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से मैं तेरे को बता रहा हूँ, बिकॉज आई नो दिस मैन्स वो दोनों फेवरेट है उसके, सूर्य कुमार यादव एज वेल एज राहुल चहर. करेक्ट मी इफ आई एम रॉन्ग, अभिनव.
Sky show tonight, guys. Sky show tonight. Just remember this.
Yes, exactly. And going ahead to the prediction segment, guys, what do you think is going to be the score in the first innings and your match predictions, basically? So, going ahead with you, Abhinav, first.
I think it will be nice if MI bowl CSK out, or restrict them to around a score of 160, 170. I think that's a score which is chaseable for MI. Considering we have this batting lineup with Rohit and Hardik out, we definitely need to restrict them to a low score, because otherwise it's a big ask for all the other players. So I think 160, 170 is a good total if we can restrict them. And yes, the result is pretty simple in my opinion. We are going to witness a Surya Kumar Yadav show tonight, and MI is going to win by like if Sanchit is saying 3 wickets, I'm going to say 4 wickets. Chalo, MI by 4 wickets.
Yes. Actually, MI. Even if the batting order is not in place with Rohit and Pandya missing out, one advantage that MI have is that bowling order is still intact with all the bowlers, all the mainstay bowlers being still there in the 11. So, coming to you, Sanmay, your predictions for the game.
I feel CSK will score around 175, 180 to put the pressure on the batting lineup of MI, because in absence of Rohit Sharma and Hardik Pandya. So एक pressure पे डालने के लिए 175, 180 score will be good. And वो झंडा नीचे कर. And CSK will win this match. It will be a close affair, winning by 10 or 15 runs.
All right. If it's a close affair, I mean, it can go anywhere. But 10 to 15 runs is what Sanmay says. 10-15 runs से CSK जीतेगा. Abhinav says Mumbai is going to clinch it with 4 wickets in hand. Sanchit said 3 wickets. Abhinav refers 4 wickets. But that's all we've got in the pre-match show for this opener, a cracker of a game, Mumbai Indians versus Chennai Super Kings. Thank you to all the viewers who were present throughout this telecast, and thank you for keeping the comment section alive. We will be joining you in the post-match session as well, just after the last ball is bowled. So the link is in our bio. The link is in the bio of the Third Man Cricket Show's Instagram account. So do check it out and do join us for that as well. So thank you very much. Let's have a cracker of a game, guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah, see you in 3 hours.